Now, let's talk about how we can add something to our mascot in Animate if we want to. So right now, currently, I have this nice little animation of this little squid guy. But what would be cool is if I can add him maybe blowing a bubble. So to start that, I'll create a new layer, and I'll name it Bubble. Then I will get my Shape tool, or more specifically my Oval tool, in my tool panel. If I don't see it, I can just click and hold over the shape and select Oval tool. Then I will just create an oval where I want it to start. Now, I'm going to go through and zoom in a little bit so I can see a little bit better what's going on here. I'm going to grab my zoom tool and zoom in. Great. Now, I'm going to move my cursor on my time slider back to frame 1 and put my bubble where I think it should start. I don't need the stroke, so I can just select it and delete it. Now I'm going to grab my asset warp, like we normally do, and put some pins in my bubble. I don't need very many, maybe 5 would be just fine. Then I'm going to grab the pin that's closest to the mouth and move it in just a little bit, so it looks like he's actually blowing the bubble. Now, I don't need all of these keyframes here, so I'm going to select the keyframes right up until the end of my animation. I'm going to right click and go to remove frames. Then I'm going to select all of my frames again and move them up to maybe the 10 frame mark. Oh, but now I have to get rid of some of these keyframes again as well. There we go. So now, on frame 10, my bubble will start. So I'm going to go to the end, which is frame 36, right click, and go to Insert Keyframe. Now, I'm going to alter my bubble to look like it's being blown. So I'm going to push him out here a little bit, grab my Asset Warp tool, and reshape this to be more of a circle, like a bubble would be once it's floating. After that, I'm going to right click, create Classic Tween, and we should now have a really good animation of a bubble being blown by this squid. Let's check it out. The Classic Tween made it so that Animate fills in all the in-between frames for us, making it so we don't have to keyframe every single frame to make our animation look smooth.